Lacrosse is the fastest game for people to play on their 2 feet. With the speed of the game, the physicality of it, and the mental IQ needed to be successful at it, it has truly grown to be one of my passions over the past couple of years. What a lot of people don't know about lacrosse is that it's actually the oldest sport in North American history. The game was originally played by the Native Americans of the Haudenosaunee tribe and people from the Onondaga Nation. They would play in fields that were miles long, with goals being either trees, rocks, or poles, and they would have 100 to even up to 1,000 people playing on each side. Hey guys, how's it going? We're over here in Palmetto High School, down in Pinecrest, Florida. We're over here right now just training for over the summer. What high school players tend to do usually throughout the summer is that they come out to parks to shoot around, get use their stick skills, get them better again. They also go to like showcases and clinics where college coaches go so they can show off their talents and try to get recruited that way. Another thing that we're doing down here in this Miami lacrosse community is that we're playing box lacrosse every Wednesday night from like 10 to 11:30, and then on Sundays at like around 7 o'clock we go to Flamingo Park to have a field scrimmage, and a lot of people usually go. What's nice about those box games and those scrimmages is it gives a chance for the community to just get back together again. It's a tight-knit community, and those are like the times we get to go and like just hang out and stuff like that and play the sport that we love, so it's a great time. So in field lacrosse, people play on a field that is 110 yards long and on a field that is 60 yards wide. The size of the goal is 6 by 6, so it is a square goal, and the goalie has to use a lot more skill and speed compared to how a goalie would in box lacrosse, since the goal is smaller there. We're over here at Palmetto Golf Course just wrapping up box lacrosse game. The main differences between the box game and the field game is that in the box lacrosse game, there are only 5 players on the field at a certain time with one goalie. There isn't a transition period where people can run off and have to stay on one side. Everybody can kind of go back and forth from each side. So it focuses a lot more on transition. Another difference between the box game and the field game is that in the box, there's a 4x4 goal, which the goalie takes a lot more time to cover in. And then also in the box game, there's a difference in the equipment, with the box lacrosse players usually using larger elbow pads, heavier chest pads, and then a rib cage. And then everybody uses a shorty instead of using B-poles. So that's basically the differences between the box lacrosse game and the field. So as an offensive player, your goal obviously is to make the ball into the goal and score points so you can win. The way you do that is by passing it around, having a good scheme, moving off ball, setting off ball picks, kind of like how they do it in basketball, just so they could get the defense out of position to get a good shot. So when you're passing with the lacrosse stick, you're going to make sure you want to keep your elbows up. You're going to want to bring over with your top hand and pull with your bottom hand. So it's going to look somewhat like this. So the cradle is pretty much you're trying to keep the ball in your stick as fluid as possible. So whenever people are cradling, they're going to kind of go with the motion as they're running. So usually offensive players cradle like this. They use their top hand and their bottom hand moving simultaneously to kind of just keep the ball in there and just keep a really fluid position. As a defensive player, the schemes and a lot of the player technique and the agility aspects come from a basketball defense. They're very similar in sports in that aspect. So the main task for a defensive player is to keep the offense in a place where they can be able to position with the offense, to be able to disorient their offensive style, and to have the goalie be able to save a lot of shots so that they can go and make a transition And ground balls are extremely crucial, like I said earlier, because they push transition. So mainly in the ground ball, what you're going to do is you're going to get low, pick it up with your legs, and then start cradling low. And then as a transition game, you're going to go down. You're either going to go up and make the pass over here, or you could roll back and just make the pass to your goalie. And that's pretty much everything. So to wrap up this video, I just want to share with you guys how much this community means to me. I truly hold this community like really close to my heart, just because of all the people I've met, all the genuine relationships with people that I've made, and all the positive influences that these people have had in my life, and how it showed me how to work and what to have fun at the same time. So it was really just a blast making this video, and I thank you all for watching.